What is up, and it's going on, guys? Simpzy here, and welcome back to another episode of my FIFA 14 Where Would They Go? And the amount of likes and comments and support this series is getting, it's absolutely incredible, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. So guys, make sure if you want to see more of this series, make sure to leave a like, make sure to put a comment in the comment section down below suggesting a player, because that's where I get the suggestions from this. But it's fucking, I was very unknown whether or not to produce this series. But I'm so thankful that I did, and it shows the power of, if you guys leave a like, there'll be more content of it. And sadly, this is getting more views and comments and likes than my Road to Glory, which, sorry, my FIFA 14 career mode, which I do put a lot more effort into. But if this starts getting like a mental amount of likes, who knows what could happen. So if you want to see the FIFA 14 career mode, make sure to go on there and leave a like as well. So we have 4 players in today's episode. If you didn't see at the start, our first player was Casillas. Now, obviously, because of the arrival of Diego Lopez, I don't really follow Real Madrid that much. From what I can remember, they signed Diego Lopez. I'm not too sure about his game time this season, but they're competing for that spot. And Casillas, what would happen if he went in and just said, "I've had enough at the Bernabeu, I want to move on"? Dortmund end up submitting a contract, which was quite interesting. I think Arsenal were in there before. But a lot of teams want him. Chelsea, I couldn't see him signing for Chelsea simply because of Peter Cech. And they've got Courtois on loan. He's currently Atletico Madrid, so I wouldn't see him going there. Dortmund, they have Weinderfeld. I think you'd want to go to a higher club than Dortmund, a bigger club. But I thought, well, since he's got Weinderfeld, now Chesney is, compared to Casillas is a lot better, and I could see Casillas signing for Arsenal. Probably not so much in real life. This one was very much based on the FIFA 14 engine creating stuff. In real life, I probably could see him going to maybe Manchester United, quite possibly. He wouldn't go to Bayern Munich because of Neuer. He could go to Manchester City, of course. Maybe because Joe Hart's a little bit inconsistent, but they do have that junior, don't they? I don't know. Where do you guys think Casillas would go in this FIFA 14 bit? I would imagine he would go to, out of all those options, all those transfers, he would go to Arsenal, I do believe. Moving on to the next player now. Now we've got a couple of Spanish teams coming up, Spanish players from teams. But Xabi Alonso, where would he go if he decided to hang up the boots at Real Madrid? And it's another Real Madrid player, matter of fact. He has played in the BPL. He did play for Liverpool quite a while back. And if he suddenly decided to hand in a transfer, where would he go? Would Liverpool accept him back? Most likely. But Manchester City ended up putting a bid in, seeing they have Yaya Toure, and they've just got so many world-class midfielders. I couldn't see him actually going to Manchester City. So I'm going to reject that offer there, and moving on. Borussia Dortmund, that's very interesting. Him playing with Gundogan up front, Royce, I don't know, could be quite possibly a thing. But funnily enough, guys, Chelsea actually submitted an offer, and I thought, would he go? But even though they have Ramirez, Essien, I was very undecided. I don't think he would go to Chelsea. I was looking for, once again, fucking Man United and a Liverpool sort of role. But in the final stages of the transfer deadline day, Chelsea was the last offer, and I decided he would go to Chelsea. Even though probably in real life he probably wouldn't get much game time. Like I said, Essien, Ramirez, Mikel Arteta. Maybe he played a little bit higher up, but that's where he would go if yeah. So I'm not too sure how much longer, like, the longevity of this series is. I don't know whether or not to do it through January, because obviously there's going to be players going. I guess this is kind of a bit of like a guess. My little guessing game to try and see if I get any of the transfers correct. But would you like to see more of this series? If so, suggest players. And also, I know what I've done. I did a FIFA 14, a FIFA player career back in FIFA 12, and I kind of liked it. It was alright. Would you like to see a player career, like me create a player and do a series of that in FIFA 14? I know they can get quite boring if they drag on for a little bit too long, if you don't transfer from club to club. You obviously I'll probably start at the A-League, the Australian Football League, and I'll probably move my way up and hopefully try to sign myself into a top 2 club from any of the major leagues, such as League 1, Liga BVA, and the Barclays Premier League, of course. But I don't know. Tell me if you want to be interested in that. Or I could even do a very similar series to this, in which I choose a real life player and play with him. Maybe, I guess I could start with like, I don't know, a mid-range sort of player, or I could go like, say, Januzaj. I could play with Januzaj, do a career mode with him and build him up through the Manchester United ranks, and maybe go on a transfer. Maybe he could pick up Real Madrid. Who knows? I'm just throwing suggestions out. But I was playing as Gundogan. I did put him on loan. Sorry, transfer. Where would he go if he decided to leave Bayern Munich? Sorry, fucking Borussia Dortmund. I was too busy talking about Januzaj. I lost my tracking. But yeah, he's been linked with Barcelona in real life, and I think it was something like his father was negotiating. Funnily enough, Lewandowski actually signed for Barcelona in this transfer window. But yes, I believe Gundogan, if he put up a transfer, he would either go, once again, fucking, I feel real biased saying this, but Manchester United need fucking players, so, and they're a very, like, prestigious sort of team, and I feel that they need players. So if Gundogan was going to transfer, I would say he would go to Barcelona. Now, Cesc Fabregas. In the previous season, he didn't really get that much game time, and he was rumoured to go back to the BPL, but he's actually had a pretty good season. I've been watching a couple of his games for Barca, and he's scoring a lot of goals. He's getting back in the rhythm. But what happens if in January he's like, okay, I don't want to play for Barca anymore? Where would he go? Where would they go? That's what the name of the series is. Manchester City launched the first bid. I couldn't see him going back to Manchester City, to be quite honest. Juventus, once again, I couldn't really see him going to Juventus because they've already got Vidal. Definitely not to Bayern Munich because they've got so many world-class midfielders. Borussia Dortmund, I couldn't really see him going to that either. I was looking for maybe an Arsenal, a Liverpool. Chelsea, seeing as I signed Xabi Alonso to Chelsea, I didn't really think that, I don't know, I didn't really want Fabregas. I only signed Xabi Alonso to Chelsea because in the final stages of the transfer window I wouldn't have signed for anyone, and this recording would have been a waste. But it's good to see what the FIFA generates. And very same with the Xabi Alonso situation. The last transfer we had was for Borussia Dortmund. Now, I know in real life Cesc Fabregas probably wouldn't sign, but he's going to get a lot of game time if he goes to Borussia Dortmund. And there's not many other midfielders in there. Actually, him. Imagine Cesc Fabregas and Gundogan playing together. Oh my god, how much of a dominant midfield would that be? That'd be awesome. So I guess I relied more on the FIFA engine than more real life compared to the last episode. But I'm going to end it here. Thank you very much for watching. And guys, make sure to leave a like and a comment to continue on this series. Thank you very much for watching. You go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. Goodbye.